car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB Way with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean.
When life gets you blurred, simply adjust your focus. Morning, Taddy, what's up?
Morning, Earl, man. Good to be here again. Good to have the viewing audience and listening audience with us again today, man. Yeah, we have a special guest today, you know. Famous, well, let's say I say famous. Famous in football and not in football. You know. Let's say famous in football, cricket and band, but we can't say that, but infamous for golf. You know, very infamous for golf, you know what I mean? You know, like his friend heard that yesterday we get bowling some bouncers today. I mean, he bowl hard hand. He can hook so good. Bowl hard hand. Yeah.
Anybody
Well, good to, but before he come out, the thing I said last week he had Tabo Carty, and when he left the next day, he had my good friend Wallace from Bowlands, good all wonder. He passed too. So, hey, like our good friend Kuma said, every day is another death. Like, sure. And you know, he just said last week he spoke to the surgeon and he just dead.
Yep, life.
You know what I mean? So boy, life, like I say. So hopefully everything works well for us today. And I don't want to overbong Scoop to them, man. The man can't manage all the bungs, you know.
Well, let me say Mr. Kuma.
Good morning. A pleasure to be here as always. You and Tati. Let me just take the opportunity also to extend my deepest condolences to the family of Wallace. We would have played a lot of cricket together. But nobody, Taddy, anything you bowl, we can bat. Once a fact is a fact, you can just bowl and handle anything. You may come the right time or the wrong time. Me and Taddy, you know, he's so good now. Taddy never really loved me, no, but me learn a lot from here, Brand, but I never fall out. Right. You know, that kind of way, never ever fall out. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here, my brother.
Well, I just want to say condolences to the young man there from Bowlands, yeah. Mano Williams, also Ickford Carr. I have the privilege of interviewing those two guys 2 years ago when Demon and the guy Kente brother and Ivor Luke and Gary Gonsalves, we have the past players Inc. with us form to honor past players and Anthony Bobby who a lot of people didn't know. So when I heard about those two guys there, it's real sad for the football fraternity and cricket fraternity and sports in the general and Anthony Bobby, you know. So it's very important that we give people their flaws while they're alive and not wait until they're dead to say all kind of glowing things about them. And also, I keep trying to tell you that we need to make sure every month we feature a past cricketer, a past footballer, a past basketballer, and not wait until they die and come and have program and talk about them. Because they can't hear anything that we're saying. So we need to work on that. But let me just jump right into it, Kuma. Mm-hmm. In terms of you though, I know you have been the president of ACA for the last 12 years, 2014,
about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years. Yeah.
So how has been the journey?
The journey has been, let's put it this way, smooth and rough. I'll qualify that. The reality is, Mandela, Earl, when you're in charge, you got to take responsibility for whatever goes wrong. Never be too happy when you get in the glowing words. You got to think about it when it's not going well because you're the captain. Just like cricket, you know, when anything goes wrong, the captain has to take the blame. One of my pet peeve, and I believe I spoke about it already, but it has to be a holistic approach. Cricket Association, the ministry, and the clubs, and that I'm talking about development, the youth program. We had one time the under 50, under 17, Dr. Surichi Richardson, under 17 tournament, which we hope to bring back this year. I don't think we'll play that since COVID. When we wanted to play it just after COVID, you know, there was a lot of talks where they think that all the players should be vaccinated and put in a bubble and all kind of foolishness. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. We hope to bring that program back this year. However, I think that we are not doing very well when it comes to the youth development, and that I would accept. Otherwise, to that, I think that tournaments has been run pretty well. There's no secret that some of the teams sometimes appears to not doing as well as they should. But one thing I observe, just for observation, I mean, you remember when we played, majority of the teams, our clubs, would have had players from in that vicinity. Just for example, let's say Empire. Empire would have had more people coming from Grace Farm or in the vicinity, Atters, Grey Hill and so forth. So some of the teams...
Let's switch your mic one second. Our good friend Zara say he can't hear you, want to hear clearly. So. Good morning.
God bless you. Vivi Green, good morning. Sorry about that.
Gail Mason, Gail for our Superstar League for women.
Oh, right. Good morning, Gail. How you doing?
Nick in Florida watching. Good morning, Nick.
Listen, everybody got to watch Good Morning. Bless and love. Yeah, so as I was saying, I just go over that since that maybe they didn't hear. I'm saying that I don't think that the whole fraternity, we're doing too well with the youth development. That is one of the pet peeves that definitely need improvement, and it has to be not just the Cricket Association, but it has to be the ministry and also the clubs. Because if you look at the clubs, Mandela, you really not seen the you only seen a handful of youngsters. I'm sure when we played, we had a whole much more amount of youngsters that wanted to play the game. The reality is that there's so many other things, and I wouldn't say distraction. I wouldn't say that is a distraction, because we played football and cricket. Now you have the in-house games where sometimes them young people come home from school, and unlike when we probably were growing up where we had one television, now in nearly in every household, all the rooms have a television, even in the toilet and the kitchen. And then the youngsters come home, they get in the room, they have a phone, they have an iPad, and they have a laptop, and all three items are functioning. One upon TikTok, one upon Facebook, one upon something else to play game. So it's a challenge to get them out, but I think that we can't quite die, because there's still a lot of young talent around. So the journey has been bittersweet, but at the end of the day, somebody has to do the job.
Sure. In terms of I just alluded to earlier about the quality of and teams. Any plans in the future to decrease the first class team, like maybe to about 6 or so? I'm sure you know that I've advocated that for a number of years and then get beaten down, because, you know, at the end of the day, people say, boy, you can't just throw it a club because you want participation, and the association is about participation. You got to make sure that everybody participate. That is a discussion that the committee will have to have. I can't sit here and tell you that it will or it will not, right? Because at the end of the day, it's always a collective decisions that we roll on. At one point in time, I would have said to them, listen, let us go with some restructuring, even for one of the tournament where you would have had 6 teams, but the 6 teams would not necessarily go by a club name like Empire, Liberta, or Saints. It would be like St. John's. So St. John's would have probably been either situated at Rising Sun or King George. And then you have St. George's, whatever the composition of the teams, you know, and try to encourage the players from the specific areas to play with the team. So just for example, if you have a St. Mary's, you don't want to see somebody like a Tyrone Williams Jr. playing for St. John's. You want to see him representing
St. Mary's, which you think will get more people coming out to watch and support the St. Mary's team. So things like that some consideration should be given to, but at the end of the day, it's very difficult not to allow participation, but I think that the association has to now look deep, that if you have a team that, let's say, forfeit a match for the lack of numbers 2 times in a season, I think that maybe some consideration could be given for expulsion.
I'm happy you went there, because that was be my next question. So following the season this year, I know you have a couple of games that were forfeited, some for unprepared field, outfield, not court, grass, but on the field and stuff. And that's kind of dampen the quick. When we left home to go and play the game, and try to play the game at all costs. Once in order to damage the players. So how do you?
Well, the thing is, Earl, and sometimes I've said to individuals when they come and say, "Oh, the association, I do nothing," and this is a club member. But when you look into the club or the team, just as you would have said, why should the association be taking a situation where a field is not cut? That has to be the responsibility of the leaders of the club. And that probably comes back to what I'm saying again. If you have more community involvement in the clubs or in the teams, just like some football team, the community is so much involved. So if you have community involvement like that, why should a match not played because of the outfield is not prepared? I can't see that the association should take any raps to that. What we have done on an annual basis before the tournament, we have guys who goes out and inspect the fields that the games are going to be played on, to have some level of satisfaction that when the umpires turn up, that the umpires would not call off the matches. Remember, only the umpires determine the fitness of the game, of the playing surface. So I wouldn't say that it's a responsibility of the association. I will just call on the clubs or the teams, to the management to be more cognizant of what they're doing, because at the end of the day, as you say, when you leave home to go and play a cricket match or any kind of sports, your mind is already focused on what you want to do, and to go and turn up and not playing a game except for the elements which you have no control over, it's really embarrassing.
True, very much so. In terms of youth development though, because for me, I think, well, and let me ask a question, because that's my thought process. Each club, you know, I think that each club should have like a youth program so they can feed that youth into the system.
Right. So if you remember that I said from early on, maybe, you know, I don't know if people hear me. I was saying that it has to be a holistic approach to youth development. Clubs, yes, the clubs should definitely have that youth program, but it has to be a holistic approach between clubs, association, and the ministry, right? Because remember, the school is where the youth program really takes place, and majority of the coaches work for the ministry. So that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day too, if you look in a place like England, I mean, we're not as big as England, but systems are systems. Nearly every club would have maybe a under 15 or under 13, second 11, first 11, you know, and then the senior team. So some clubs may have 3 or 4 teams. I think it's the way to go. But again, as I say, you know, we just have to continue doing the work, because at the end of the day, it's a small society, and you know, it's just a hard work that you got to pay attention to.
True. And from a association standpoint, in terms of programs and stuff like that, any plans? Have you done any like programs for assisting the national coaches and coaches in the system, managers and stuff across our farm, both female and male?
Yeah, well, from time to time we do that training program. I think couple of years, maybe last about a year or so, we did some refreshers for the coaches. I'm not sure if you're aware, but for a very long time we had a number of level 1 coaches here in Antigua. We had we went to the West Indies Cricket Board over a period of time, see if we could have gotten the coaches to step up at level 2. and they didn't have any program. Jimmy Adams was the person in charge at that time. We wrote to him, and he gave us the authority to bring in the tutors. So we brought in 2 tutors from England, the TCCB, willingly accepted, and that's how we have a number of level 2 coaches now in Antigua. As a matter of fact, we had extended to the other islands, where Montserrat had sent one, Anguilla had sent one, and St. Kitts has also sent one. So I think we end up having about 15 people stepping up to the level 2. Pertaining to management, no, we have not had any management guidance coaching for some time now. But as for coaches, we have done quite a bit on that.
Sounds good. In terms of the tournament overall, how you feel about the season now basically over, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How you
Yeah,
feel about
the season's over. I am not entirely happy about it, Mandela, because the reality, as you said, there's some of the games that were very competitive and some are not competitive. I mean, when you have a 2-day tournament and a game's finishing in 1 day, it's not speaking well to the quality of some of the teams. Even the one-day matches, when you have 40 overs to be bowled, and a team get bowled out in 21 overs, 22 overs. No, that can't be good. I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to have cricketers like in the past, because what we may want to remember that the amount of people that you had in the past with quality, you'll be playing for maybe Rising Sun, and if a man get injured, the man that comes in, you may lucky if you get back a play.
True.
But now people actually begging people to come and play. But yeah, the quality I wasn't satisfied with. I mean, you can pick out the teams that really played well. Liberta will play well, New Winchops will play well, Empire will play well, Jennings in patches. But most of it is those three teams. Pickets also will play well. But at the end of the day, the whole package need to be looked at. It's very simple, very straightforward.
So in terms of you, I don't know if you want to go to secret yet. Any plans you have to try to revamp this whole? As you say, I'm with you. When you drive, want to see the quality of the cricket and stuff like that, you have to say, is this truly very first class cricket?
Right.
Because you should have to watch a game and realize, hey, this guy presenting it, this guy look like he's ready to leave and stuff. You're just not seeing it. You might see 1 or 2 patches.
In patches. As a matter of fact, I think when I used to chastise Ian Tittle and Curl Simon a lot, I remember when they used to go and play for Leewards when they come back, and Sylvester Joseph too. I used to chastise and say, I'll come and study in the opposite Jumbi Club. I it's only a Jumbi Club and knock out a stump before I got 50 and 100 and so when you come back from Leewards, you expect that them guys are supposed to be performing. But if you look at it, even some of the guys who go and play at a higher level, when they come back, they actually don't bring consistent stability to the teams that they're playing for. All of that need to be rectified, But all in all, as I say, I would be lying to you if I sit here and tell you that we will reduce the teams or whatever the adjustment would be. I would say that the association has to meet in it. The committee has to make some tough decisions and get the board approval for whatever it will be. Because at the end of the day, for the last 2-3 seasons, it's really not looking well in some matches. Some matches are very competitive. I mean, I think I saw a semi-finals where one team made, I think it's 148 or something like that, and then the other team, struggled to get it. I mean, 148 in our time for semi-finals, a 2-man and knock off that. You understand? But again, sorry about that. But again, you really don't want to be relating to what has been in the past, because the past was so competitive. I remember practicing at a factory under the real Ayatollah, because as Oliver say, this Ayatollah, you know, and soft Ayatollah, in a gun now. And the level of practice that we had up there, I remember one time we turned up, boy, Taddy hand green top up there, you know. Nobody want batting on me, so what? You want for me batting? I say, pad up. Boy, when I'm running, I can't see a green top. The more they hit in, and the lower the ball go. Nobody know what they do with the pitch, boy. But they see green tops and they feel everything will fly up to your head. But the point I'm trying to make that at factory you had all kind of practice. You had a pitch that if you go to India, you know this is where you're going to meet. True. If you go to Australia, this is where you're going to meet. So Taddy, me kind of know what you do, you know what I mean? But you know, you kind of know what you do.
It was very early time.
Yeah, you got, yeah. I think I would accept that. He kind of like a tough, but you do some troopiness and so. But at the end of the day, it's just like when your parents used to beat you. You can say, "Boy, mommy, they love me now," but now you come like a big, you realize, boy, maybe then like a blood they keep you out of trouble. And so Taddy, yes, and as you say, we should give people the flowers now when they're alive. So Taddy, you have done well. Some of us could have gotten further, but what we need to understand that everybody's not going to get to that level playing. I'm serving as the president, somebody's serving as a scorer, somebody's serving as an umpire. So it's whatever your niche cut out to be, you're going to fall in line. And as I said before, I have learned a lot from Taddy and Fitzroy, Jeddy Ban has taught me quite a bit. Taddy taught me some stuff that he didn't know that he'd teach me. You understand? So yes, Taddy would have done well at that time. I think at this present moment I've seen Winston Benjamin. I think he's doing quite a bit of good work there too. Some of the other coaches, I don't think that we are doing enough for the development. Some are just walking young players when they see players that do well in other club and run like a franchise thing that they run and talk about development, but then not develop nothing. Simple as that. So
I want to jump in.
No, me not ball no more. I see that's the mistake that you make. I Google me a ball.
What happened? You know, some absence. You know, but I was trying to check the stream. Actually, the audio was going pretty good.
Yeah.
On Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, you know, the kind of stuff. But I heard Kuma talking about the absence or whatever, not enough young players. But when I stream, I see a lot of young guys. I don't know what happened. I see them when I go streaming and so, that's the only time we normally watch them anyway.
Well,
I just went down to you yet,
yeah,
man.
go ahead.
So I'm saying, I see them, you know, but I want to believe, in my opinion, I don't know, maybe wrong, but I know there are many coaches know almost all the teams. But you know, seen, like Kuma said, the quality. And like he said earlier, I've been saying that for now, you have a big man to complain so. So I don't understand it. If the system and the club set up properly, you shouldn't have that issue.
True.
If the club, what happened in the Earl? People nowadays, I would tell a young guy up to Thursday to Rising, when I play Rising, I keep saying, you pay $100 to join the club. And even if they pay money, you can't play. No man beggars don't play, you don't have to pay. Oh, how that work? And in those days, things are cheaper. So, but there's another issue with Koeman and our friend Enoch. Because the youngsters, they perform very well, and the Lions told me to let them down. When I play, they play 40 cricket. And the one Koeman here must remind him now. The one Antigua played, what were they call it last year? So one, they gave them 2-2, they gave it, you know. The 2 they gave is where they played in the 60s. In the 60s. I was telling somebody, so a guy asked me something on the beach about Hillsfield. I said, Hillsfield has some ability, but he didn't play all the ability because he played little 2 days. If you lose first since that's it, they're done. So you get to see people play all the games and play for a long time. So guys, you know, so the talent was always there. But when our guys played 2 the last year, you know, they scored 500, 600 runs there. The team twice. And they say, but no, tournament supposed to go on longer, man, so you can develop players. And if Earl keeps saying that, no, we're saying for ages now. Until we find good players in St. Kitts, Nevis, Antigua, Montserrat, Anguilla, Barbados, West Indies team now are good. You will find them in local cricket, find players for West Indies team.
Well, I don't want to make any excuses at all because I'm not good at that. But I'm going to tell you some reality.
Not money.
I'm going to tell you. Well, whether you have a call of money or no money, I'm going to tell you the reality. First thing first, one of the biggest problems that face majority of the teams across the levers now is time off to go and play the sport. Just for example, if you have a 3-day tournament, which for me, I believe in the longer format. I appreciate that the shorter format has took over the world, and the reality is that you're not going to get away from it. Especially people can feed a family and have a good life, and sportsman life is not span a short time. So when a man get an opportunity to go and play in a tournament where 3 weeks time you make $2 million or $1 million, it's a hard task to say no. However, the reality with the Leeward Islands situation, when you take into consideration, travel alone, Taddy, has become mad. And I say mad. I went to St. Kitts a couple of weeks ago, and when I looked at the ticket, $432 US to go up in the air for 5 minutes and come down. Now, in our time, you'd have gone to St. Kitts for that money about 5 times.
More than that.
You understand?
Plenty
So I'm
more
saying
than
now, when you look to move a team to that venue or anyone in the Caribbean, and majority of the times, if you're playing a tournament, you're going to play it between Antigua or St. Kitts, given the facilities, the amount of facilities. Whereas you used to travel to different territories, it will cost you more than an arm and a leg. If we were to go the old route, Antigua goes to Montserrat, Antigua come back, they go to St. Kitts, then go to Nevis, they go to Anguilla come to Antigua. Just for travel alone is a headache. Firstly, time off for players. That has become an issue. So, just for example, Lee was probably planning, let's say, a 3-day tournament. You will hear St. Kitts may say, just use St. Kitts for example, may say, boy, if we go to Antigua for that tournament, that's about 5-6 weeks. All them players not going to get 6 weeks off, and then when the tournament come up again now, you still have big time off. So it's a kind of catch-21 situation where your back is against the wall, not only with cost. Before time, you can probably put people in a school and then kind of stuff. Not even under 15s, you can put in school now. You have to have much better accommodation than that. So it's sometimes decisions has to be made. It's not going to be even the decision you're making is not what you want, but the circumstances put you in that position to make that decision. So whereas last year Lewis would have played a crossover tournament, some 1-day matches and some 3-day matches, I would have really preferred to see
matches,
2-day matches. I would have preferred, that is me, I would have preferred to see 3-day tournament, because I believe as a good selector, you're supposed to be able to see from a 3-day tournament. Listen, Taddy, in this day and age, Taddy may be better suited for the shorter version, and Earl may be better suited for the longer version. I believe that your eyes can tell you that. Sometimes these days, people have to tell about data, but I'm sure that we all play this game and watch this game for so long. Sometimes we see Earl go in and make a swashbuckling 50, get dropped 5 times. Taddy chook and dig and make 100, and man say, boy, Earl should get picked because he's flashy, But it's what your eyes would have seen. So at the end of the day, as I say, I'm not making any excuse for it, but it's a challenge from a financial standpoint, with the cost escalating all over. Depends on where you play, where and when you play the tournament. Obviously, to get accommodations in Antigua and St. Kitts, as you know, two tourist country. If you're playing, let's say in November, you know, you're not getting anything cheap. You know, so it's a challenge, and the government's not putting in any money into the game.
Earl, then lies the problem. See, when we played, the tournament played in June. Late May, very early June.
May, June.
But what happens, that was the time hotel season was off. So accommodation was affordable. Hotel were people. So take the tournament in November, so you have problems.
Yeah, but you have to also appreciate now, Taddy, that time has changed so much. There's really no hotel season now.
No,
You know,
that is not true
you
at
know,
all. That is not true at all.
There's still a hotel season.
Yeah.
Well, the more the people
Only-
that miss is still travel, and people are book
Hold
hotels.
on, hold on,
yeah,
man, hold on.
talk to me.
Sandals and so on. All you own. Wild tennis, all you own. But you can get some of the hotels that are so all year round this. But they don't have to be hotels. You can have, you know, small hotels.
Yeah, I mean, like Seeing Deputy has been doing a pretty reasonable
I'm
job.
saying to
I
you-
think that this new place that just come on board there, well, I think they're booked out to certain things. That's the Courtyard, and
then
this place.
And the place right next to Bower, behind Bower, there, what's the name?
Cotsland, yeah. Cotsland also does it quite a bit. The price is also, you know, because as I say, it's a holistic situation that travel, you have to first think about travel. Travel costs is just crazy. It
Hold
is
on.
crazy.
Cool, but hold on, man, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
See, I remember having this conversation with Enoch about 2 years ago, I don't know if it's so long. And I said to him, all the things come in one country like you did recently.
Right.
That cut down all the traveling business. Because when you play, they travel every weekend, you know, there's some go. But cut it down. Get to some people who mean good for sports, man. You know what I mean? And get a good price. I be a place like Jolly Beach can help. Jolly Beach used to help, you know. And it's not something I can ask him maybe 2 weeks or just not 5 weeks. Like I play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, US Monday, maybe play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, US Friday, play Saturday, Sunday, Monday again. Keep it going.
You can still be about. You can still run about
5 weeks. Go
about 4 to 5 weeks.
How
Because
you going so long?
because you got to have 8 teams.
How you come 18?
Unless you can play in a zone.
8 teams you have?
Yeah, basically 8
If you have
teams.
8 teams, plus two zones, simple. But and then the top 2 teams in the 2 zones play. You get it.
Yeah, well,
but
if you
unless
hear
you
the
give
cry,
guys-
if you hear the cry from the other islands, study,
I can understand that.
you know, I mean,
But I'm saying- but unless you don't
even
cover-
us sometimes has to cry, you know, because
Unless
yeah.
you do that, don't develop like a day.
Well, that's because when we had
yeah.
probably morning, I'm
Yeah.
sure you might be watching. He said it was very costly to put on some tournaments. In his team, when Nevis took part in tournament,
Yeah.
when obviously
Very
it's
costly.
losing a lot of money.
Yes, because even the tournament was held in St. Kitts. Nevis is just right there. But then you have to take into consideration that if they put them up in St. Kitts, it's really a cost.
Okay.
So their options is to probably commute every day, which
Still a cost.
that is a hassle. It's a less cost because the ferry for them maybe about like $20 or so. $40 go and come. Depends on what side you're going from. If you're going from the speedboat side, or you're going from the long side that goes into town.
Who owns
But-
the ferry?
Huh?
Who owns the ferry?
Who owns the ferry?
Yeah.
Different companies, as far as I know.
the government.
From my memory, is a different company, about 3 different companies that own ferries. I think they get some good discounts, but as you're saying, if you put all the teams in one territory, which we have been doing for a little while, but I'm telling you,
But you see, it has made my job look easier, you know. Because when in St. Kitts, and Nevis can play before they come to Antigua.
yeah, we have explored all that possibility.
And Gwil and St. Martin can play before they come here. The ferry
As
service.
a matter of fact, the tournament that we are talking about right now, that's exactly what we are exploring. We are exploring. Yeah, because listen, all of that we have been through. that St. Kitts will play Nevis. Even you can even play them week before.
Yeah.
You know, Anguilla play Saint Martin, say Saint Martin, USVI play BVI. That is a challenge. That is a challenge.
One problem. USVI. One problem, you know.
Well, you see,
hold on, man.
yeah, okay, me hold
Hold
on.
on.
Me hold
I
on.
can tell you something. Nobody has done more for the development of sports in the Virgin Islands more than me. Poetry team 24, 8 years old. But I will say to you again, I keep saying the sports in the youth tournament and youth development. What are you in there for? There's some guys used to drink rum we want to play.
Well, what I can tell you, when I came around the cricket, that was my understanding when they let them in as members, that they would have had to have youth program. What they always come back and say, listen, they start the youth program, but you know, basketball and baseball give real scholarship, right? And as the US, you know how that goes. So, but at the end of the day, they're in, and if when you're playing tournament, let's put it this way. That about for me pay grade.
Let me ask you one last question.
Tell you good.
Ask me anything,
You
Daddy.
you have US in there, right? And I can guarantee you, though, there's no doubt about it. If you want to take a team to St. Christ St. and play tournament now, you might get a chance to go. Trump saying no one them.
Well, boy, that is the truth, boy. Because right now, me in a kind of real bad position right now. My visa ran out a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately, I had a daughter that was graduating a couple days after, and you know we go. They say you can't stamp an Antigua passport. You can't put no visa in an Antigua passport. You can't put no visa in an Antigua passport. If the consulate do that, somebody get in trouble. That's my understanding. So maybe you're right.
Who may get so bad?
Well,
But you see,
that
maybe
about-
you, but maybe you're bad man. You be, but I'm saying
I'm bad
the
man.
cricket team. I said maybe.
me never overstay. Me never
I said
overstay.
maybe.
No
I just said maybe you're bad man. That's what I said. I said you're bad man.
Well, let me say good morning to
Is-
Sally there in Florida. More inside, nice to have you. Glenn Francis, national footballer, now a big time coach in the States.
Good morning,
Glenn.
morning to all them guys, man.
I want to say, Nick here, our friend who watch every week like Zazabaki in Florida. Nick is saying here, is it possible to get corporate support like the association, yourself, and your executive, show something to the airline, Virgin Atlantic, Leah, and stuff to get buying our support and say, hey, this is what we want.
Well,
this
what
program.
what we have done over the past maybe year, and we're trying to follow up on it. We're not looking sponsors. We're not looking for the word sponsor, right? We're looking for
A partnership.
corporate partnership. And what we're recommending, I think we sent out about 20 letters. What we're recommending, let's say Parish League, let's say Parish League Media, to be a partner with us. So when we're playing 1-day tournament, 2-day tournament, or 10 overside tournament, Parish League Media will display the banners, the feather banners, or whatever you want to display. So all the corporate partners would be displayed at every tournament. So we don't want Parish League Media specifically for the 40 over tournament or for the 2-day tournament. So we're trying. It's not an easy thing because, you know, Antigua is a small place and everybody knocking on the same corporate doors. There are some people that have money in this country, but they don't support anything. And that is just the reality. Just have to call a spade a spade. There's some other companies that they are guided by political authorities that will say, they laugh, but the truth. If the political
I don't
authority,
doubt you, know.
if the political authority tell the CEO from Parish League Media, no, nobody in the football now, not sponsoring the football. You know, he just don't have that authority to do otherwise. That's how I see it. So I have to call it how I see it. But at the end of the day, I think that not only cricket but all sports needs support, and you will hear me say that all the time. Not just cricket. I'm a cricket man from a soccer background, and obviously I come from Gweng, so you know soccer the first love. But I end up on the cricket. But I believe that all sports should be supported by corporate. There are a lot of support given to different companies in Antigua by the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. People, especially shopping, people shop plenty. You ever go Epicurean and say, you ever hear Epicurean sponsor anything?
I just want to read to someone on the board from two Green, man.
Yeah.
And when Zaza Green first is saying,
Vivi Green.
corporate support Antigua is not an easy thing. Cool and Smooth is definitely a main contributor when it comes to supporting sports at all levels.
Yes.
So that's the entrance where you say
All levels, and some people end up a bad mind them and mash up the 320.
I'll get to that soon. I'll get to that. I'll get to
That's a different story.
But that's the point I'm asking before.
Oh, okay,
That's what
good.
you have to ask.
I want to piggyback on something.
One second. Let me just be Michael. Michael, yeah, waste my mind. Michael, say good morning, fellas.
Michael.
I like the discourse, but I think as administrators, we start thinking long term versus seasonal. Once we start thinking macro, we can overcome many of the macro effects.
Okay, this one
The Michael Samuel.
Yeah, the Michael Samuel.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, very good point. Yeah, but you have to plan. You have to plan whether it's going to be micro or macro.
Okay, I just wanted to piggyback on something Earl said. Earl mentioned Leon. Can you mention that Enoch too, Look, you have so many airlines now that rival Leon.
You need a bang in that, right?
Not come through here, you know what I mean? Hold on, man.
Enoch will start on that part.
No. You can answer too, you involved.
You will feel for answer.
Yeah, but see, I'm saying, BUE, they come Antigua all the time, they go Barbados, they go to Jamaica. So why the Western Bones can arrange something even yet and get the plane? Look, let me say something that you know, Lang Garlington, when she gets American Airlines, if American Airlines come with a certain amount of seats, that government don't pay them, almost all the airlines though.
Almost the big airlines.
Exactly. So, and they come here every day. So why that could not be,
I would want to believe that what you're saying is absolutely correct, and I don't believe that it has not been tried. Let me tell you, Daddy, if you look carefully, I mentioned St. Kitts. I've been to St. Kitts many times. Nearly all the airlines I've gone on British Airways too, and I think British is one of the toughest one. I remember coming back from St. Kitts, I was asked to bring a bag for a gentleman, wouldn't call his name, bring back a bag. He was going to travel and his bag was in St. Kitts. British Airways charged me $375 just to bring back the bag.
US?
Yeah, $375 to bring back, just to put the bag on the aircraft. Now I'm saying to you that even British tickets are a little cheaper than maybe Leat. It's still a struggle. I'm sure bet that nearly all what you would have said a while ago, all of that have been spoken to, because let's just use St. Kitts because majority of the time is either you're coming into Antigua for a tournament or St. Kitts, but let's say St. Kitts now you have sunrise or sunset, whatever the name goes there, late goes there.
Winnie goes there too?
Winnie also go there. Inter-Caribbean go there. Yeah. British Airways go there. And Caribbean Airlines goes there. But the competition and the route is still so hard, and as you say, before time, especially if you purchase last minute ticket, the seats are there. I'll just maybe Stanford some credit when we had the airline, because I used to pay $50 go St. Vincent and St. Lucia and so forth. But it's if the seats are available. So I'm saying instead of the aircraft going to St. Kitts empty, them tickets probably would have been sold for, maybe just even for the tax price. But with all of that said, I have seen airline ticket prices, and the ticket prices are not so bad. But the taxes, I think in Antigua has like about 7 taxes, and St. Kitts have about. Anytime you happen to look at the ticket.
No, you're correct. Your tax one
I think St. Kitts have either 5 or 6, and Antigua have 7, or vice versa. So whereas last time I think I traveled and Leat or in the Caribbean, the ticket was like about $135 or something, but the overall when they put in the taxes was $432. You see.
I think it's cheaper to travel to Miami than to travel to the Caribbean.
Oh yes. I mean, you can go to New York. You might get lucky. Last time I went to New York and back is $250 US. But to get to Trinidad was something like about 2,500 EC dollars. Grenada is about the most expensive from Antigua. So it's a challenge, but some of what you're saying has been explored especially by leaders, because majority of the tournaments would be held by leaders, and so there's a lot of ideas that can be tried. One of the things that I think we need is dedicated and consistent pressing of the approach to corporate.
But I want to ask you, man, okay, so why Antigua and St. Kitts can waive them taxes?
That wouldn't be a question for me. That would be a question for the.
Are they opposed?
You have Gaston going on.
What's that?
Yeah, Gaston number. That would be a question for.
No, but
people
if I had interest in that side of thing, I'd find him. The Minister of Sports and approach him, because he's saying it's an Antigua. Hey, the cost too high.
I believe all of that has been done. As a matter of fact, I remember was doing a tournament and we would have applied for the hotel for accommodation tax to be waived. I think that time majority of the team was staying at Jolly Beach, if my memory serves me right, But as I said, there's a number of things that you would have spoke about that would have been tried. As I said, maybe you need some consistency of the approach. Not just talk about it today and then next week. Then next week, you don't remember. If you have people in place to do the work, and that's one of the other things that we need to take into consideration. Whereas, just for example, let us not use Barbados, right? Because Barbados gets the lottery every month. They get. I don't remember what the figures was, but I think the Cricket Association get like about $2 million every month from the lottery.
Every month, every year.
Every month, it's month by month they get the money, but the money spread, cricket, football, and so forth. That's my understanding.
Sports in general.
Yeah, don't hold me to the figure,
yeah.
But it's a big amount that they get every month. So if you take Barbados, places like Barbados and Jamaica into consideration, they have people employed to do certain work. The smaller association, just for example, Antigua Barbuda Cricket Association, we only have one employee. That's why I have been very, 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 very active, because my leadership style is similar to Taddy. It's not micromanage. You're not micromanage. You have things that has to be done, and somebody has to get it done, and you just don't have that amount of people doing to work to do it. So somebody has to be appointed to do that. Somebody, sometimes you give somebody something to do over here, 2 weeks pass, it's not done, you're going to do it. Now it may seem like if you want to do everything, that's not so. But when the buck stops with you, the longer it propels, the worse it be for you. And it's just the same thing with levers. I mean, how many people levers have employed? It's a challenge. I can tell you, I remember the president writing all the governments in the leewards, and I'm not even sure if he got a response from half of them. So, I don't think it's for lack of trying.
So you think it's safe to say that all the government across the board, they're not interested in the cricket?
I wouldn't say that they're not interested. Let's put it this way. Let me put it this way, right? Me a man and can say, right? But as they get a little older, they get a little more subtle, and you have a little small. Yeah, that's the word, ain't it?
Because
that's the word. Because
that everybody's saying so.
Yeah.
Might tell so on.
Well, listen. The thing is about me, Mandela. If when I was younger, me didn't care what nobody say about me, and now I'm more young. No. Yeah, I'm more young now, so I don't really care. The thing is, when you look at the sports ministers over a period of time. And I've said this one the time I know myself. I don't think that you have to win a seat to be the Minister of Sports. I believe that in any territory, if somebody feel that Mandela does play sports well and why he for be the Minister of Sports. No, it may not work because of how the democracy go. Or the democracy as Frank I would say. If you're doing a good job under the government of ALP as a sports minister, and UPP come in, UPP supposed to can see that Taddy can remain the sports minister because he's doing a good job for sports. Sports and tourism and so cannot be the same. You can't operate sports like any other ministry. Sports have a special way about it that, and any, as Taddy will say, any Jumbi crab should really have that in their portfolio. Gotta have people that's serious about it and going to be looking out for the sports, because guess what? Think about this. Every tournament that come into Antigua, I mean, I say tournament, doesn't have to be cricket, football, nearly every tournament that they have in Antigua where people has to come in, the circulation of funds in the economy is very serious. Now, I'm into cricket, so I can tell you now. So we just finished hosting the West Indies for the championship, where you had 4 teams in Antigua for a period of time. That is accommodation, transportation, the caterers, the groundsmen, the scorers, the commentators. I happen to streaming, the whole ambit. Even West Indies, when West Indies were doing the camp here before they went off to Jamaica, nearly every restaurant you go to on an evening, you find the players there because they're paid per diem for meals. Some of the players obviously will go to supermarket, so supermarket is right there. If for the teams that stay, that's here in Deputy, you know, they just walk into Epicure, and some of them will do the cooking. So again, it's money circulating in the economy. If swimming is having a tournament where people have to come in, the same thing. So I'm saying to you, we just have to take it a little more serious, especially in this time, right? In this time, because unlike the past time, right? It's just the reality where the circulation of funds, everything happens different now. Everything happens different now, because whereas maybe in the past, well, if money would have still circulated, because you probably would have had a caterer, a dedicated caterer that provide dinner for the guys, so that person would have made some money. But now the players are paid the stipend for meals and so forth, so they choose to go this restaurant, that restaurant, and so it's money circulating. Rent the cars.
I don't mention what Barbara is lottery, but don't we have a lottery here?
I'm going to tell you something that I remember vividly. I can remember it like yesterday. My memory, when I start going around the association, tells me that the Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association would have been the first person to recommend to the then, if my memory serves me right, well, Lester Bird was the Prime Minister, that they want to start a lottery. And I'm sure that Hiram can attest to it, because Hiram was big in that with himself and Hutnizer, who were pushing it. Fortunately or unfortunately, then we understood that that is when I think the same Lester Bird, God rest his soul, sir, just talking the truth, where he then, as far as I understand, I was told, brought in Bob Washington, you know that name? Bob Washington, to start a lottery. And they never really look at it to say, well, sports. I think later on, in the Caribbean Lotto, some money was extended to the Ministry of Sports. That's my understanding. Again, how much they used to get, I don't know. But I think that discontinued. So as far as I know, the history of the lottery discussion started via the Antigua Barbuda Cricket Association right there at Recreation Grounds.
And since then, have you approached the lottery again with a
No, from since I won, I've never. That's a good idea. I think we should document that and make some approach on that. But the truth is, no, I've never.
Especially now cricket is struggling and you need that financial support and stuff. It's a good thing to see, to approach them and get a feedback.
Definitely, we have approached some very big corporate and it's not looking good.
Hold on, who was you said they put some big this?
Yeah.
But you said earlier, politicians never give the permission.
No, I never said that. No, say I'm gonna say. I say some companies, they may have to be consulted by a politician.
You didn't say no member.
Okay.
So maybe that's why that's I guess it's safe to say that since the new president took over football, they get back ARG, and while Bata was there, he couldn't get ARG. I don't know.
I wouldn't say that it's because of the new president or the new
Administration.
the new admin person, Mr. Zorel Bartley. I would say that the timing of the approach, maybe was the right time. I must say that I had some say in, well, not to say, but some discussions. I remember going to cabinet on Wednesday, where the discussions took place. I can't be a hypocrite. I know some people wanted me to not support football in the Antigua Recreation Grounds, but I would be a hypocrite to say that no other sport should be played at Recreation Ground but cricket. I grew up the time when maybe Earl would know, Earl, a small boy, bicycle race used to take place there.
Well, I found out that kind of bicycle man on a show. But the man was here on a show.
School sports day, and so there's being recreation going track and field. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, going to PM school, boy, we had the finals coming up at recreation grounds. PM versus Green Bay. I may tell the truth, me couldn't sleep the night, boy. Just to know that, just to know me go recreation going to play tomorrow. Me just couldn't sleep. I mean, me a big player in the team now. Yes, start me being a big player. Me and Joe Watkins on up to yesterday, I see Joe Watkins. Joe Watkins vex with me, boy. Up to this day, I blame Joe Watkins for I lose the game. now I tell you why I say that, but Joe Watkins know what I'm saying. Up to this day, cause listen, we had a very, very powerful junior team. Myself, Joe Watkins, a guy that called Mana Class, Eval Bouncing D'Souza, Barry Moore, Tittle, Mora, you know. Listen, we had Moore. Yeah, man, we had a. Joaki, the goalkeeper, boy. Joaki was the goalkeeper, and Barkley was a very good midfield player. But Joaki, up to yesterday, I saw him at the stadium. at the stadium, I said, Joaki, I think about you last night, no, cause that game, PM School versus Green Bay, still haunt me up to now. But the Joaki, hey, what I mean, I game myself, Joaki, no, I can't tell people why he gave, and can't tell Ali why we gave for the game. But I will just say that we were some young superstars at the time. That time I was playing the Ebonites and so forth, and so you know. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it's a bad thing. What I would have said, because I can say what I say. If they're going to do it the way in which it has been done, they're going to mash up again by football. And no secret, I say so already. I'm going to say so again. If you allow football mash up everything and they fix nothing. That's how me feel. But I would have said if they have dedicated management for ARG, and I referred in that meeting to how well Pat White had the recreation going organized. I mean, Pat White.
Before I continue, Tickle just WhatsApp me and say, football, morning, ask Kuma when football will finish in ARG.
Okay, so my understanding is, well, let me just finish with Pat White first, right? Pat White had this thing down pat. So if Carnival finish in August, recovery period would be the rest of August, and football, I think, used to start in September. But come the end of December, come the end of December, and come back to Pat White with no football. Because recovery, if my memory serves me right, recovery will be January, and cricket will start in February, or sometime the cricket start in January, because the Antigua team sometimes does practice there. Right, I remember when they also had a pitch up in the east part up there where they used to practice.
By double decker.
By double decker. So the reality is, my understanding is, and again, when I left, the understanding is that they're going to make sure that you have dedicated people running this ARG that can deal with, sit down and look at fixtures, not fixtures, time that Taddy may want it to be used for. Just for example, we know the carnival, and then they had this other show that take place in January, One Nation. Yeah, One Nation calendar. So you know that those are on the calendar. So you have to map out the calendar and do the schedule. Scheduling is the word I'm looking for. So Tittle, if football to be played in the ARG, my understanding is that if cricket wants to go on during that period of time, they have to make a timely request. As a matter of fact, I would say no, since that decision was made for football to be played in September. I have since gotten a correspondence that England Lions coming to Antigua, and I think we're going to have 3 matches scheduled for recreation grounds either in October or sometime early November. I don't remember the schedule off the top of my head, but I've already communicate that to the minister and to his secretary. I don't know who will, as it is right now. I've also copied Mr. Black at the stadium because he's the manager of ARG also. So my understanding is, and that I think that's what it is, that football would be allowed to play there. I still believe that maybe it's a little rush, because let us understand that football brings more people into the grounds as a local sports. I'm not sure that the field of play is lovely. I think that American guys doing a pretty good job on the field of play, but there's still some things around that need to be taken care of if people are going to be sitting in those stands. And well, I know that some toilets and so forth has been fixed, but you have to make sure that all of those things are in place for the football loving public. Let us understand that the Football Association will make some money, because ARG is just what it is. Unlike cricket, where the money circulates in the country, but at the end of the day, I would be a hypocrite to tell you that I don't believe that anything else should be played at the ARG.
That's what they're saying here. What about immigration? The immigration system is that explain that?
What they do in there, they don't have an irrigation system like that. They have the hose that they move around and so forth, and with the what they call it, the gun, with the gun.
Okay. Hey, I want to pick you up on something here, guys. I have a problem with cricket in there. I expect cricket to win here. Long time. But when you have so many, say they made it so festivities instead of sports, you have a problem, because this is one nation story, and I think I can tend to see they're more interested in fete, they're not interested in sports. But I went there earlier to check this father-son business, and the people just is awful, terrible. I can say, damn, it's football more worthy than cricket. The football need over there. Cricket need that stand over there. The people just stand for sure. So I wanted to fix it up, guy. You know the most memorable thing to me, when they could play a test match at the stadium, and could go to record and stay in two days.
One day. Yeah, 2 days.
It's supposed to be ready. That's the best maybe ground in the whole Caribbean, maybe, when it's
well, I think that as I told them, I don't see international test matches playing there, but I think if we get that going together, that can be one of the best, if not the best T20 going in the world. In the world, I say, right? Yeah, in the world, I think.
Why is it you can't see test match playing there?
Because the way in which things set out, Taddy, given given this space and so forth and so forth, and not the seating capacity. I talk about.
How Kensington set up?
Huh?
Kensington over.
I'm talking about the amenities now. I mean, dressing room area and so forth. I don't think, except they're gonna redo this building down here, you don't have the capacity to host international teams there as test matches. T20 and so forth, because majority of the players go in the dugout and bags are here then, but test matches is more dedicated, and the level of the Sir Richards Cricket Stadium, I don't think you will see. That's me. I don't think that you'll see test matches played at ARG again. I can see that T20 could be played there internationally. But again, that's just my feeling. But we'll have to get it right in a way that is, and even when we were playing those 40 matches here, that Weeper had to come in to satisfy that it's reasonable for the players. So Ridley Jacobs, who is the Weeper rep, had to come, and the dressing rooms over there has been fixed. Ridley Jacobs is the Weeper rep here, so he had to come and do some videos and
so
pictures.
Why they do some renovation, do something recreation ground, that previous pavilion is awful.
It's really, really awful. I know Mr. Black has some good plans for it. I don't know where the
plans.
I'm telling you, he has some plans.
And Black can't do nothing. That's a waste of time.
Well,
he don't do a job.
Well, I hear the boss. So I know he has some good plans.
Then them can change tomorrow. The name can change.
Yes, I know. But for right now, we hear the boss.
Let's gas and give permission.
But he the boss.
I was saying you talk the gas and you want the place fixed. You go Black. You do
Yeah, we go to the boss first and he the boss and he take him forward.
That's the nonsense.
Okay, tell you if that's what you want, put it now. And he the boss.
So basically, the good thing that to be honest with you,
Wayne watching Weeper secretary.
Hey Wayne, what going yardy man? Hope everything are going nice up there.
Let's go.
So
by time for you show this.
Yeah, so Taddy Earl say for me show just. Yeah, but me tell you what Earl tell me.
You're by Taddy.
You listen, you Earl will work on that.
Yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, hey Wayne, blessed love up in Jamaica, man. If you're in Jamaica, you're all over the place. So the thing is, that was good that when we had this venue as the World Cup practice venue, I was really behind pushing it hard. I know some people say, oh, you guys want cricket ARG, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, ARG should be special to us, should remain special, right? So with ARG available for cricket, it has given us a nice platform for negotiate with CWI for bring as much tournament here, because we have three reasonable venue, and I mean it's circulation of funds in the nation. I can't go too far in that.
Hold on. What are the three reasonable venues?
ARG, CCG, and Sir Richards Cricket Stadium.
Right. But yes, flipper going very good too.
Yeah, I mean you have how many times we play tournament? As a matter of fact, the under 19s, men's and women's.
4 then. We don't want to say 3.
Okay, 4. That will one something, Taddy. Yeah. Me a lot of people tell me you have to say no, except then tell me and tell me what to do, except then tell me. But now you say that.
Well, yes. So biased, so why go to me?
No, it's not buy. Listen, me not buy nothing. Me not buy nothing. Not sell nothing.
No, your memory are like memory lapse.
No, I'm saying to you, we have played a lot of things on it.
Exactly, that's my point. Situation that shouldn't be left out. That's my point.
No, you're right. And I mean, listen, as much as right now, me and that guy, then cause he's just a joke man. Flipper. But for the grounds, he has been doing well for Liberty Cricket Ground, and you have to give him credit for that. Otherwise, that and joke man he be. Anyway. Anyway.
I don't concur. Go ahead.
No, you never concur. Me say so, and nobody else says so. Me. So at the end of the day, I think that those things need to be taken into consideration from the government standpoint, and more so. Now we have a new minister. I only met him last week for the first. I never met him before. I know of him because of the bodybuilding stuff. he seems to be a person that may want to listen. When I say want to listen, because he's not bound to listen. But I think if he listen to his technicians, because one is something I find, Dr. Rodney Williams and Dr. Williams become very, very good friends. And for one reason, we used to call out Dr. Rodney Williams. He's the worst minister of sports ever in the country. And there's somebody that's telling Alpha Radio. And then you have another guy from his village that one over there. He took over from Dr. Williams to become the worst. Who that? And a Chetmate.
Comedy Adams.
Oh well, you can call it. But I may say, you know, he take over from Dr. Williams and he become the worst. Well, guy me bad too. Guy not me really good. Me and guy good, but guy not me good neither. But at the end of the day, you see, once people have a certain level of understanding about sports and can take it seriously. So when you asked the question earlier on, the thing is, it appears the kickback that you get from maybe being the person in charge.
That have you the language when you about kickback. The one my swallow now. The kickback ain't nothing.
What I mean, football, then the kick football, right? The things that happen in other ministry that you can probably live reasonable, you know, uplift yourself and so forth. It doesn't appear that you can get your hand washed in the sports like that. So, I hope that you have understanding of what I'm saying. But I think that bring me back to my point that I don't think that you have to be somebody that want to see it. So a man just get up and say, Taddy, you're the minister of sports. You know, maybe you can do that with health, because I'm a doctor that knows something about health. But sports, I want kind of something that you have to have people that love it, know what they're doing, and listen to the technicians.
Let me ask you a question though. Because I week for a while, and I heard this before now too. I know quick change, time change and stuff. Players are more sensitive and stuff. But you think is a way that the cricket association can talk to Weeper in terms of like a tournament like the under 19s. You know how cost it is to plan a program like that, but still you insist that we must put it into a hotel instead of put it in a school room and stuff like that.
Right.
In terms of accommodation and stuff to save some money.
Yeah, well, I think that to be honest with you, all honesty, the level of accommodation has to be better than when we were playing. I mean, you know, when we were playing and now here, boy, you go Senkis, I go Monshot. You're so glad to go. You need to care whether you're tapping a school or you're tapping a house or whatever, especially when everybody together, you know. But gone are the days that except the school are built out in a kind of way. Just let's say example, when I was playing in Harmonites, we stayed at a university in Rochester called Nazareth College. Now, you staying in that is a proper accommodation. You know, it's a reasonable accommodation. If you can have something like that, I mean, majority of the teams in them coming out stay CSC in Deputy, which is reasonable. They used to use this place up at and I don't know what I want to be Sydney Valley Highway. Which one is Sydney Valley Highway? The one with the airport road? I don't remember the name of the place, but I think that is now occupied majority by university student, and I think people also rent apartment there for locally. So that accommodation is not available like how it was. This new place, as I mentioned, came on stream, and I think that's doing well already to host and Castland also.
Tamo setting the place soon. Tamo swimming pools. Tamo.
Who that?
Tamo.
Who Tamo?
I mean, former politician.
He have place?
Yeah, almost finished.
Oh well, no, I don't know about
Swimming
it.
pool and all that. So.
True. Well, you have to advertise that through the sporting fraternity, because when you have people coming in, you're always looking for places, especially reasonable, as you say, reasonable price. These days, boy, anything, everybody tell you 110 US, 100 US, 150 US, and especially if you can't get the tax waive, you know, it's a challenge. But I didn't know Tamo have, as a matter of fact, I didn't know Tamo till living in Antigua. You say, "Gone back America."
But let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
because the first quickest season, I know we have some first class game with Trinidad, also our local league. Have your association, along with your executive, speak about unprepared pitches and stuff like that? How pitches are prepared?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. We have had some communications from maybe match referee or maybe umpires, so that is with the committee, and I know that they have highlighted a few clubs, and as far as I'm aware, Mr. Kenny Lewis, our vice president, has that on his card. I'm not sure if he spoke with the specific clubs as yet, but that has been brought to our attention.
Preparation of pitches.
Yeah.
So you say probably preparation pitches in Antigua.
Some, well, from time to time, as far as we are told that, as I say, specific club names has come up.
Well, I have seen a few, so that's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Take, for instance, we have issues with survey, and then I saw a clip where Liberal was playing a game at Sugar Factory Ground, and the day of the match, the pitch was like nothing, it wasn't prepared at all. You can see dry.
See, the thing is that factory, right? I'm not making any excuse because the pitch supposed to always prepare, because they always prepare. Couple times now we bought covers and put a factory, and you know the owner come for them. The owner come for the owner come and take up the covers. You know, so it's a challenge to keep them covers at factory, boy, because the owner and them just come and take them up. You know how that go. But so maybe it was a situation that rain came the night or something like that. I'm not sure, because I wasn't told about that one.
Okay.
But I believe that may be rectified soon. I can tell you why I say that. Because there is new business place coming up just east of there, where you security your own regularly, you know, almost every day, every night. So I think that this you can be started in
Once you can secure the ground, secure the hardware store.
As a matter of fact, Daddy, the first time we bought covers for the clubs, we distributed the covers, like I think it was the Wednesday, or because we had match coming up. Empire covered on the pitch nice the Friday night, and then go back to Saturday morning, half the cover gone. Half the cover gone. The only good thing about that owner, they had like a conscience and left, and I take what he want and left the rest.
I don't say something about that. I know about that, you know. You have factory that covers party that covers up there long before everybody else.
And they want to come with them.
Not the owner. The watchman organized a thief in. We start security, you know.
Yeah.
And he was the man that organized the plan to steal them.
So it's a challenge. It's a challenge all over, well, and Taddy. And if you don't want to take the responsibility for the bad, don't rejoice about the good. And for me, you're not going to be seeing me running and ducking from any blows that you and Taddy can fire, or anybody can fire, because at the end of the day, you know, somebody has to do the job.
Yeah. So we can fire one right now.
Fire anything.
So why did AC sanction the T20 tournament?
Why we did not?
Why did this sanction last year? Why you sanction that? Why you felt like you compelled to sanction that tournament?
Well, it's not a matter of compel. Last year, the approach by the body was much different. The approach, you know, they came and said, listen, the clubs wanted to do this because let me back up. Let me go forward a little bit to the cool and smooth, because I think that will lead to
the sanction tournament with cool and smooth, the breakdown happened
I think if I start from that, then we can segue into that, and it will make more sense. So for some reasons the cool and smooth came to a halt. I was called many occasions by different club members and leaders and say, boy, as the president, I think you need to step into something. So I tried to arrange a meeting with Cool and Smooth and the clubs. Amir let me know in no uncertain terms he is not going to meet with the clubs. Dario Bartley handles the cricket business, and whatever Dario says is what is going to happen. Now, they have some people, period, then just don't like Dario. That one me make out, then I like Dario. Now, Dario is a good youth. He understands what he's doing. And at the end of the day, you can't tell Cool and Smooth what to do with their money.
True.
I know some of them get up and tell Cool and Smooth, reduce the prize money and pay the clubs and then some more money. The thing is, one of the catch to Cool and Smooth tournament is the prize money. Tournament has been played, nobody has been owed, but some people instigate. Some people instigate and rile up some people to stop the tournament. I tried. As a matter of fact, one of the things is the minister himself called a meeting with all the clubs. As far as I was told, the clubs was told not to go to the meeting. So the meeting on the day did not happen. The minister said, listen, let's give it another try. Call the next meeting. I think it's only 2 clubs that turn up. Or 3 clubs. I think it would be New Winchops, Picats, and maybe Empire. Or something like that. All Saints. Right? So they finish the Cool and Smooth. The clubs had asked us to put on a tournament. We said, listen, the timing that you're giving us to put on the tournament, it would have been too close because, you know, you can't just run tournament like that, you get take money. They get together, instigated by some people, and say, listen, they will ask for a sanction. The clubs want to put on the tournament. We said to ourselves, well, listen, you don't want to be fighting with clubs because the clubs are the product. So we said, okay, let me see what they're saying. They came back and said, okay, listen, we want to put on this tournament. We're asking you to sanction the tournament. So we wrote to CWI. We wrote to CWI and said, listen, this is what the situation is. Because people don't know, you have to also let CWI know what's going on. We wrote to CWI and said, listen, we're going to sanction this tournament. And they came back, they asked us to pay for the umpires, the match referees, and the balls. The same organization, so-called organization, which we did. To be honest with you, I don't see any reason why we should not sanction the tournament because we didn't have the time to then put on the tournament when they were asking for us to do so. It would take a little bit more time and understanding that you're coming on the heels of what Cool and Smooth T20 does. You want to make sure that you can't get the tournament lesser than that, you know, in terms of organization.
True. So
we organized, we agreed and said go ahead and sanction the tournament. However, this year we happened to see I was sent a flyer by one of the ABC directors, asked me what's going on with this, you know. I said, well, I don't know, nobody approached us, nobody said anything. So we heard about it. We eventually asked the chairman of the committee to a meeting. He said about an hour before he can't make the meeting because he was working. I myself spoke with him and tell him, listen, you're a big man, you're being able to tell a lie now. Because as far as I understand, you were told not to come to the meeting.
Right.
He said nothing goes, so nothing goes. So. Anyway, eventually, I think they wrote us a letter on the 28th of May. 28th of May, something like either May, April or May. I didn't see the letter, and the secretary didn't brought my attention to it. Anyway, I had a call from one of the persons a few weeks ago asking me, you know, some things about it. I said, listen, we're not going to touch it because we don't know anything about it, and we wasn't told and blah, 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 and we're going to have to forego that. We did get a letter from them after, and then when I saw the letter, they drew my attention to the letter of the 28th. I knew then that the chairman told a lie, because in that same letter which he signed, said that he was told by the guys not to attend the meeting. So the reality is that, in my opinion, we won mockery of the Cool and Smooth tournament, and I'm saying this, I'm not here to bat for Cool and Smooth. But when you think that Cool and Smooth under the leadership of Amir, if you're putting on a tennis tournament tomorrow and you go to Cool and Smooth, you want 40 shirts, Cool and Smooth might tell you, boy, I can't get 40 now. I'm going to get 20 by 20. But I never heard of any sport in Antigua and Barbuda that's Cool and Smooth do not try their best to assist. And I felt that the tournament was pretty well organized. I know that some people had some issues or Cool and Smooth bring in players and pay them, and you know, if you invite a player, if you invite a player in, I'm sure that you're going to find some sort of per diem, because you don't have to buy food gear every day, so you might find some sort of per diem to hand out to the players. Now, when we did the 10 over the side tournament, what we did, we gave the teams, I think it was $7,000 per team.
8,000.
Either 8 or 7, whatever it was.
Say 8.
Okay, well, me say whatever it was, right? Whatever it was. I can't remember if it was 7 or 8, but
That's not your
yeah, but we gave, yeah. So the reality with the Cool and Smooth, now I think people are admitting that they were coerced by bamboozled by others to abandon the Cool and Smooth tournament. Hence, there are some clubs who were not wanting to play in the clubs tournament this year, the same tournament that was last year, because I've been called upon by many clubs to ask the organizers, please, to pay them the $350, because I think there was Giant Championship. Now, as I would always say to them, I am not involved with that. I don't know what was supposed to be the winning fees. I don't know about the fee study. But the clubs feel that I should be able to ask the guys, please, to pay them the money. And the money, as far as I understand, was $350. So I'm saying, what kind of foolishness this thing be? Because you had Cool and Smooth.
Sure, the championship. You sure a man match.
I'm telling you what I was told, that 2 teams was Giant Championship, and it's 700, so and the 350 and 350 and 700, and a bank world. So I'm only telling you, listen, I'm only telling you what the people tell me, because I don't know. I really didn't know. So the reality is that I think that that's where it is, that I think we make a mockery of this Cool and Smooth thing because somebody didn't like Dario, and encourage people to say, well, listen, make our put up the Cool and Smooth, which is, I think, also I think when I hear people talking and so forth, oh, Cool and Smooth, they make this ton of money and so forth. Mandela, what I can tell you, I know, that as the years goes on, the expensive work was coming down, right? So whereas they probably would have spent 300,000 this year, they probably spent 200 this year, and then the next year it was going down because they had some arrangement with
More sponsorship and stuff.
more sponsorship, and I can't remember the streaming company that were doing all them the T10 across the Caribbean, but Dream 11, but they went out to the business now. So that's just the reality. If you ask me if I would encourage them to bring back Cool and Smooth, yes, I would encourage Dario to put his best foot forward again and have some discussions, and I am sure that the clubs are more open now as their eyes get a little wider and realize that maybe, listen, we all make mistakes, Shadi. Sometimes you're upset. Sometimes you're upset with your own self now. So why make you can't upset with me?
Right.
You understand? So I think that people see that maybe it would be better if you bring Cool and Smooth back on board. Let the dollars circulate, as you'll say locally, and move forward.
Well, I think, from what I understand, that you should be back on board, I think, sometime later this year. Planning stages.
I don't know, but they will have my endorsement. I'm sure that the board would be more than happy to sanction that, because we are not in a position at the moment to put on T20 at that level.
Right.
At that level.
Well, that's why that airport's come
yeah.
back. But my take on the whole Cool and Smooth thing, I think that not even when the local clubs want to do something, but the way they go about it, I think was incorrect, because especially planning a tournament of this magnitude, you can't plan this year for next year. You can't plan this year for this year.
No.
You have to plan before time.
Yeah.
So Cool and Smooth have done all the planning, done put all the preparation plan money in place, and then for just come and say you're not play, you put him in a bind.
Well, that's one the thing that I was really, well, not upset, because I mean, really get upset these days, but
Disappointed.
Yeah, because I'm saying they was already in the planning stage.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, I even said to some of the clubs, gentlemen, why not just play out the tournament? They're Cool and Smooth now, listen, gentlemen,
Right.
we're playing the tournament this year, but based on certain things that's going on. Don't look for us next year.
Exactly.
But you can't have a man don't spend up all them money and put all them plans in place and then just say, oh, I want to play. You know, and the thing is, it's instigated by people who supposed to know better.
But two things are going wrong in that play. That one, the two, another two is that the minister of sport, when they follow shit on that, he called a meeting. He's the minister of sport.
Oh, I hear the
And
minister.
then when a club want to travel overseas, who you go to for money and reduce costs and stuff.
But what do you think happened now? After them done disrespect the minister, and as I say, listen, you liking the minister and not,
No,
he is the minister.
Correct.
He called the meeting, just show up for the meeting. When they finish, them the same one that gone to the minister for trying to get the use of the stadium. The same minister, right? And somebody was very disingenuous. They said something to me, and I asked the minister about it. I'm sure I might still have the message that the minister sent to me. I'm not going to call the person here, but me just to try, I just want to encourage the clubs. I'll take this opportunity to encourage the clubs. Be careful of the people that you're listening to. Don't be derailed. I mean, I use that word. Don't continue to let people manipulate you and bamboozle you to do things because them they feel that this supposed to happen, not that supposed to happen, and anything them they say should go. We see with our two eyes. We mash up this cool and smooth. We try whatever we tried in the clubs. You say that it didn't work, not me. You're the clubs that tell me that it didn't work. So that's where we are.
True. And what it is, you have to wear it, you're supposed to. Earl might be ahead of this year, you might like Earl, but at the end of the day, be professional and be respectful.
Exactly. But,
Respect the position.
But Earl, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people me not like now. But whatever position they're in, they have all my respect. Because some people don't like me, you don't want to like me because you not liking me is not my business. Right? You don't want to like me, not Taddy. That's enough for me business that you don't like me. But at the end of the day, Taddy is the man in charge. I have to give Taddy respect. Earl is the man in charge. You have to give you respect whether they like you or not.
True.
You know? So that's how that cookie crumble, and we hope that we'll see little clearer and realize that cool and smooth could be important to the clubs. Because a lot of clubs make money out of the cool and smooth.
True.
You know, you win, you get your money. I think they had some kind of arrangement the last time where the clubs probably got like $3,000 or $4,000 participation fee. So.
And everybody get their money, man. That everybody get their money.
Well, I don't know. If anybody owed, I haven't heard about it. But no, I'm just telling you like it is.
And I say that is not so.
Yeah. Well, you know.
So you know how can like go on with it without touch the golf, you know?
Wait, at the time ready?
Yeah.
Wait.
We're back on half fun.
Oh, what is this, boy? I am 30 ready?
Some bubbles about what we typed down already. So you know, Richie and Soka watch out touch the golf. So when you have to touch up, they say you are the highest handicap.
Let me tell you
So talk
something.
about that. Tell about that.
Let me tell you something about them guys, there, right? When they get them blow, which we bang them up all the time, you know. I will admit that they get more consistent than me because they can play better than me. I think that I'm still learning the game. I may tell you the hardest game in the world. Honestly, what I recognize, the guys that plays cricket at the high level learn the game faster than we that did not play at the high level. Maybe that comes from the professional ways of doing things. But for Richie, me does listen, me again joke, but that's soca chat. Even though he eventually end up much better than me, but he practiced hard, Taddy.
I know that.
If he passes at 6 o'clock in the morning, so before the sunshine, the man done their practice. So a time ago.
Oh, golf man, you're trouble, you know. Tell Kuman the man on the tee box.
One time ago now. A time ago. So the soca come, everything come, you just bang. So me and the man about 20 on the time.
Hold on. How much handicap the man give you?
Oh God, wait, I'll come to that. So me bang the man. So then now me don't bang the man go look for me and talk about that. A time I play tomorrow. I tell you time, boy, you have to make a appointment for playing me. You have to make a appointment for playing me, but the all truth is, boy, Taddy, the man going to put in some work, man, real work. When I catch myself, the man have a 40-20. So I get 40-none. But for Richie, listen, the thing is, Mandela, okay, so the handicap. I don't give handicap, Daddy. My handicap went right down to about, I think the lowest I've ever been 10. And then, boy, to be honest with you, kind of struggled a little bit between 11 and 12. And then after the eye surgeries, I didn't play for a couple of months because, you know, the doctor keep out the sun and so forth. So when we start playing again, the handicap start shoot up 15 and then gone up to 16 and 7 said, "Tag." So right now, me put in the work, it's coming down again. But I did.
Went down to now.
It down to either 16 or 15, one of the two.
You say up to 16, it coming down. It's still there 16.
Yeah, no. It was up to 18, it come down, so to about 16 now. But you know, at the end of the day too, when they have so much a big fat chat and so, when you had a handicap day, yeah, just use the handicap because listen, if you're a man of race, right? And they say, well, you know, they give people handicap. They say, well, me get start for you, you start from up there. Why you go to start from behind you with you? You're not take.
Yeah.
So I don't do handicap, whatever the schools put in, and they say that my handicap, me now first, especially when a tournament time you want that kind of handicap. So I'm not ashamed for say so bubbles. Me he have a little understanding, boy. He been some drinks on me, you know. He been some drinks on me. Because I understanding on a certain hole, number 8 hole. But then no me no afraid them. Viv, all of them me no afraid, Daddy. Because me no gonna get in a punch. And how me happen, you know, when me get in for me punch, me no care how much you me no bang me now. Is what you have done for me lately. You know, up to last week, me and Sammy play. And you get beat up, man. So he talk about some old time out play up in Florida and so. I say, hey, what have you done for me lately? You understand? So when me get in for me punch, I'm me the man. When me win, you can't bang me until when you beat me. You see? So all in all, like I say, all what I want to say, they know they're afraid me because once me hot, my hot.
The man say I was going to back and shot, you just play, I can fight shot, you just play.
No, what happened?
You cut him right hand, left hand, and all kind of stuff.
No, what happened? Luckily, God give me a talent that I realize. I put both ways.
Okay, so
I put with left hand and I put with my right hand. I've never seen anybody else does it, but I discovered that I can put with both hands and putting them a strength. You can't get away from that.
Putting?
Yeah.
You can put more than Vivi?
Yeah, man. What I mean? I mean, you can put more than Viv. But what Viv, you see, Viv, sometimes I feel Viv put a sleep in the oven. Get hot. When he put a hat, trust me. But consistently, no, you can't put more than me consistently.
Because I came there some weeks ago.
Oh, when he dropped the birdie.
Yeah, man. He doesn't tell us the Tiger Woods.
Well, you know, you have a lot of chat now. Let me tell you something now. Viv no shot.
And me begs man, you want
you want to say something for backbone.
You know what I mean?
I say, boy, this Jumbi, we call what the Jumbi could have, and he take on 10 or 6 or something.
So vexing.
And Viv dropped the birdie. Here, Daddy, boy, my back's bad enough. You want fast? I can cost the Jumbi crab, you know. But all in all, now we have some good time. And listen, you must compliment Earl. You know, I'm tired to tell you something about. You see, we played cricket. A man won in, bowl fast. Come back and smacky. I lick a dead ball right there, so Daddy, I hold on the man. You ever see the video with Jojo?
No. You can't touch the ball?
Can't touch the ball. About 3 times, when he eventually touched the ball gone so. So I tell you, well, Jojo boy, seem like he hit the ball where you're looking.
How would this guy sing it in the rock? How rock and Zeke person?
Oh, rock, no man, them guys are good players, man. Zeke, the rock, all them guys are good players, very good players. Them man who want to scratch handicap are like 4 and so forth. But I must give credit to that to Soka. Soka put in a lot of work. Forget this handicap.
Soka soup.
Yeah, Soka dedicated, you know, as I say, if you pass at 6 o'clock in the morning, Soka done there now, and the light on yet now.
The light 6 like bright now.
Well, if he bright now, but even when in the bright, Soka done there. So he put in the work and he get the results. But I still bang them, so up to date is my bangy.
Very bang.
Bangy may have better score than he. So, but as I tell you, they might beat me, you know, more regular. But when me getting for me punch, me the man, and they afraid me.
Yeah,
I don't know
I forgot them 2 questions for I ask you. When is the election? think less.
Right. So what I don't want to do, or we don't want to do, and we discussed it up to a few days ago, we really don't want to have the election without the finances. And to be honest with you, what has really happened, listen, I'm public association. We had a situation where the auditors came gratis, and the person that's supposed to do that keep pussyfooting, and yes, this go happen, that go happen.
That's all good for Mandela bus one so.
Huh?
That's all good for Mandela bus one so.
No, I can't tell you who the person is. I can't tell you who the person is publicly, but you know the person. There's a reputable audit company, but you see, because we weren't paying, we don't have to pay them because that's what we meant. So things do back up, to be honest with you, and because so much cricket has been playing, we keep going one tournament, the next, and so much operation going on. Hence, we fall behind, and that's just the reality of the situation. We made some decisions that we have to get help, and we're doing that. So as soon as that is done, listen, we can call the election, and secondly, we call the election right now. On the members, the members now pay up, including, as a matter of fact, including some of the clubs.
Not paying the dues?
Not pay the dues.
Wow.
You understand? And that is just the reality. I probably can name 4 clubs right now that maybe pay up the dues since we have been talking about it.
Can this election put some since 2024?
No, 25. November 25. But listen, man.
So you say clubs they paying the dues?
Yeah, then they pay up the dues. Some of them they pay up the dues.
In the parishes they pay dues at time.
Right. So that is just the reality, and so the membership we got to continue to call on the membership to get it done. And one of the things that really needed, man, we need some constitution reform. That this constitution is totally obsolete, and there's some things that in this modern day and age you need some serious changes, and luckily for us, our social media is out there. We have a website, and we have our Facebook page, and the app that we want to appeal. A lot of people use the app. Even when we did the Leeward Islands tournament here, they asked us to use the app to carry those scores. Come with the cost, but everything is in the package with the website and so forth, hosting. So that's just the reality. We're not perfect, my brother, but I think that we have done reasonably well. As I say, the youth part of it is something that we have to approach holistically by the association, the ministry, and the clubs. And Taddy, I think it's Taddy, you brought it up, which very important. Maybe the time has come that you can't play in the tournament unless you have a junior team, whether it's going to be 8-man, 6-man, or whatever. Whatever the junior program is, because I know Taddy says he sees a lot of guys, young guys play. But if you check it out, Taddy, some of them go to school, they play because maybe the school tell them they have to play. But after that, they don't go to the community grounds. You understand? They go home at the games, the computer games, and and things like that. But there's a lot of talent still around. Maybe we as coaches just need to get up off our backside and do some more work, But that's just the reality, gentlemen.
But for you, Kuma, somebody watching and asking themselves, how will you grade yourself? You do your own job appraisal. How you rate yourself over the last?
Well, Mandela, you know that we work for a professional institution, and sometimes you have to do your grading, and then your supervisor will say whether they agree or not. I would say that this team of people that we have on the board, yes, some of us need to be pulled up because maybe we don't carry our weight, but from a leadership standpoint, I think that give and take, I would say about a 7. I think that room for improvement is there. When you consider that when we took over this association, we were dead broke. And I say dead broke because we only had $324, and that was in the negative. We had an account at Scotia was maybe about 12,000 plus, but the other account at Royal Bank was in the overdraft. And so for us to be able to hold our own for a little bit, pay all our tournaments and send our teams away and so forth, and have a receivable with CWI, reasonable. Don't ask me how much it is because I'm not going to tell you. But it's a reasonable outstanding amount. I think that I would say about a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to be real about it, you know. But I think if we get some constitutional reform, get things done in a more modern way, to step up a bit in line with what Leeward Islands are doing and CWI is doing and what the other territories are doing, we definitely need some reform.
So if you're successful this time around, that's definitely be first thing on the agenda.
Yeah, well, we had set up some people ready to look at it. That has not materialized. So I think we may have to look from another standpoint of the better persons to do it. Yeah, but if I'm still around, I think if I don't change my mind, because the person that I really had my eyes on to take over and so forth, you know, I don't know if he's still willing and ready to do that. If he
careful.
Oh yes, I think so, and he's a younger person. But the thing is, Mandela, people see this thing and feel that it's an easy thing, you know. You know, but Taddy, you know, if you don't say on top of certain things and so forth, it's hard work. And listen, some people, when you give them something to do, that's the part that pisses me off sometimes. Say, Mandela, get this done, get that done. Yes. And next week, if you follow up on it, it's not done. Well, because of my roundedness, I understand quite a lot of things. Even when I was playing in steel band,
right,
I learned the management part of steel band. So even when I had my own band, people sometimes say, boy, where you get all them work? But I had agents, right? People don't want to deal with agents because they want all the money for themselves. You have a leg or something. You know, so understanding it, that sometimes you just get it done because somebody didn't do it. I am not one of those persons who will ever publicly chastise any one of my directors. It's not going to happen because I will just put up my hand and take the blame. Say, listen, hey, this is what happened, and I'll take the blame because I'm the man at the helm, you know, so.
Well said, my good friend Hughes also said that one thing like about you, that when things happen, you come out
You
and
should.
And you take the ownership.
You should, Mandela. Let me tell you, anytime you start come and say that, you know, if you start come and say you tell us and this and you tell us and that and so forth, you know, at the end of the day, listen, man, you are the man in charge. You got to pull back the rein and tell them what you dislike from what you know, and take the blows, man. Take some blows, because that's the position you're in. Once you end up in that position, put up your hand and take the blows. You know, I must be honest with you. These days, I don't get upset about anything, Mandela. Nothing upset me easily. I think because when I sit back and see how many people just disappearing. A few weeks ago when we lost Jennifer, you know Jennifer, at the stadium, she was doing some work with us, you know, feeding the teams, especially Winwood. Winwood's love her bad because what their request was like for grown provision and so for the breakfast and so she set them up good. I got a call the Wednesday afternoon, Daddy said that Jennifer went to the hospital, so I said, listen, boy, I ain't gonna go recreation grounds Thursday morning, so I'm gonna go and see her before I go recreation grounds and then go recreation grounds. Unfortunately, I think I had a 9 o'clock meeting online, so time the meeting finished, I went to recreation grounds and then to the stadium and then go play golf. Say, when me done play golf, me say, meanwhile me on the golf course, me get on call, say Jennifer dead. Me say, well, unalive. Because that is the big thing now, unalive. So the more you see people disappearing and dropping out, all the $1 million that Taddy have you can't carry none. Or maybe
You think Barrett, can't carry any?
eh?
You think Barrett can't carry any?
Yeah, the last woman that said that the last woman that said the husband always tell she when he dead he want all the money. She write you a check for 21 million, and the check in the cash yet. so it didn't carry anything anyway. Me know what I'm gonna do with them because for the amount of people that me not dead for so long, me never hear them come back and say nothing no go on. So with all of that, Mandela, to be honest with you, I think that I've learned quite a bit over a long period of time. You can't do nothing for upset me easily right now. Nobody can because of how I see life. We all are put here to do certain things. Some of us get a better talent playing. Some of us get a better talent administrating. Unfortunately, some of us believe because we would have played that we have the rights to be admin and nothing go so. Because everybody see things differently, you know, and everybody do things differently. For those of us who want to learn, we look around, we see people doing certain things, and you learn from that. Just as I told you, Taddy and them teach me some stuff and so forth that he himself didn't even know that he teach me. Van teach me. Van know that he teach me. Apart from going cricket with Van, I don't know if you know, he used to affiliate himself in the cultural dance group. So we used to do a lot of show on the boats and so.
Yeah.
And he was the MC. He was that MC
Hotel
and
and the boat.
right, hotel and the boat. So I learned a lot from him. God bless his soul. And Taddy with the wicked ways teach me a lot of things that I could have put into my coaching. Most of the guys that coach around me know that they're gonna tell you, boy, come on, no nonsense, man, no. But that's a part of what I learned from.
So final question to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Where do you like to see cricket the next 2 to 5 years?
If I was to have my way, I would want to see cricket like a FIFA tournament. I believe I would like to see all the territories competing as territories. If you're not good enough to compete, then you just don't have a team. This is me. I would like to see, if you even still have a tournament that you have the 6 territories, fine, but I would like to see cricket in the Caribbean open up a little wider in terms of specific tournament, whether it's going to be by zone. You know, remember CWI is responsible for cricket from North America down to Argentina. In this, and I'm sure that you're fully aware that there's a lot of cricket that's being played in Argentina,
True. Yeah.
Switzerland, all them places,
Italy
and so forth. You know, so yes, I would like to see that. And from a standpoint of development, I would like to see all the clubs have a youth part of the club.
Good stuff. Taddy, anything?
Well, you know, not much but to say. The youth development very important.
Very, very important. If you don't have the youth program, you don't have the senior program.
But it's something I saw, yes, there was interesting to me. I saw a match India, USA against Canada. And all Indian name was
Yeah,
the
well,
2 teams.
well, you see, if you get to understand the North America stuff, Taddy, you're hardly going to see any color like us because nearly all the teams are dominated by the owners from that part of the world. You may find 1 or 2 Pakis, but majority of what you're going to see is Indians because them guys will even tell you when you go to play franchise cricket in America, nearly all the clubs are owned by Indians.
Canada now, too?
Yeah, and if you see what's going on right now, just for example, let's say Knight Riders. Knight Riders is buying a club in England, they won a club in America. So just like you hear Trini Knight Riders or something, it's basically the same owners, and they just you know how the money is
Well, actually, talking about that thing they're going to BBL now. I think they want to play some BBL game in India now too.
Right, you know.
In negotiation.
Right, you know, and listen, let us be real, right? India, I don't think, I believe the only persons that may have more money than BCCI is the Vatican and maybe FIFA, maybe, because BCCI have more money than India itself.
What happened just the other was when the article was Gavaskar, because they were talking about Jaffa Archer
Yeah.
and this and that, and tell them hush about because and they get big money. The board they get 10% of my big money.
Yes.
So what you argue about?
And one thing, the CPL do pay the royalties. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. So
I'm glad to go there. The CPL royalty. I go to Western Creek Wood.
Let's put it this way. I can tell you that a club in Antigua has been paid because the player paid in CPL. I don't really follow the structure per se because I know we don't get it.
CPL
We don't get money.
Western Creek Wood involved with CPL or some kind of affiliation.
No, IPL, I mean IPL. IPL.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, I said IPL.
IPL, I mean IPL, not CPL. IPL.
Okay.
You know. But guys,
Well, my brother-
listen, you guys are doing a very good job, and you know, when you come to sports, man, you know, once you continue, you know, I want to thank you guys for having me. I know that we could have gone.
Time for golf.
I'm not even sure if I'm going to. I'm not even sure if I'm going to play today because. Yeah, church. I'll go church. And you see what? Sometimes you want the preacher, you know. So sometimes you want the preacher up on the pulpit. So
Dumplings, big up Kuma.
Yeah.
My dumpling.
Oh, Dumpling. Hey, my partner that up in Florida. I think he live in Fort Lauderdale.
He's a big up dumpling.
Boy, Dumpling boy, listen one time, I get a joke. I mean, them little.
You're not going.
I'm a lad. Listen, man, me go, man. But listen, you know, when I come here, this kind of infectious now. When I come here, you know, feel like you want to move. And the time I want to wait at nearly 12 o'clock already.
Yeah.
So hear the joke, boy. One time, police, Stanford, Tyreek, Dumpling, and Eggy come in Empire. Them come in Empire. That time, me and young team, that cheat on them man of 14 and African, them man so 15 and so on. The man say, boy, I gotta kill Empire, boy. Me say, well, nobody touch the pitch now. Me fix the pitch. We start fix the pitch the Wednesday, you know. So Friday afternoon now, nice little sprinkle, some cross rolling and so forth. I come down and me don't know if they win the toss now. I put in Empire. Boy, tell the boy, the man win the toss and put in Empire, boy. Stanford won in and they saw bam, nothing past the ways. We hear when he said, Tyreek, boy, this one they look deadly today, boy. 300 and something in his soul. Empire. And Tittle wasn't there. And Curl wasn't there. All young players, African, Jari and so forth. Them man put some batsmen them, boy. And then the great Atungu. The great Atungu boy get clean up early and they come back the next day. Tittle left Atungu down the wicket, man.
Wait, we come with the
He
next
don't
day.
come back the next day because he done say, boy, this little Empire TV, boy, I'm going to murder them. Tito and so, Tito clean it up, left it down the pitch, you know, and they come back the next day. Me hear your mama now, true? So I'm going to yeah, me here in Antigua, hey, Tungo, hey, Tungo, if you're in Antigua, hear up, man.
The man here, we got another award, Vigo Black Award a few Sundays ago.
Oh, yeah, me hear your mama.
Oh, you got what?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Up better.
So, Mama, you know, it's a bit
So me here.
Joe Witness.
I thought I Joe Witness.
Me tell your mama, a mama and me hear the man, I haven't seen him for a long time. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Feel free to reach out anytime. I can't promise you that I'm going to come all the time, but, you know. And let's also understand this. If there's any ideas that you have that you feel you can pass on, you know my number. Call me up. Taddy can call me up. Hey, Jimmy Crab. Look, man, do this or do that. You know, we can live with that because everybody, no, so you tap.
We can call it when LD and Richie get out or the bang up.
Well, call my man because this is me tell you, when they get them blow, and then no me no, because when me bang them now, they might see them on Facebook, you know. what they do is when we don't put some blow on Sammy, me just write here on Facebook. So I say, Richie put some and say, well, boy, you in a real bad shape if Kuma bang you. So me just write back and say, well.
So between you and Eugene Seca, last question, who the best?
But Eugene, he in for me class.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Anybody was say you?
Eh? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I have me like if it's not goal for me, you know.
Oh, the man talk about you now.
Nobody them man. Listen, the man listen to entertainment, them deal with. You not deal with the entertainment. they afraid me. Eugene, Silcat. No man, he ain't in for me class.
You in class?
No, he ain't in for me class.
So man go, yeah, man above, man, you in my class.
I'm just listening. I don't know.
Anyway, gentlemen, thank you guys very much. It was
Everybody.
it was very, very, very nice being in the company. You know, Mandela, like my son, you know what I mean? Like, when I tell you some of the things that me teach you, that's not in your business.
Hold on. How Mandela come here, son? Can I say something, you know? When is he going to pick up Mandela? When is he going to pick him up? And he walk to Ali. And he might be daddy always said, he said, Earl, your daddy come for you.
Well, two daddy, yeah.
They said tell you son me.
Well, that me say, so you have more daddy then? So nothing wrong
So
with you.
you get wrong picking somewhere, so you get wrong picking.
No, and I rank pick me. He's not my blood son, but he's just like a son, man.
Okay, fair.
Well, a good man, you know. I'm a good guy, you know, good guy. He learned some bad things, but
Guys, it was nice having you this weekend. Have a great weekend. Next week we'll be talking about some handball.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to pay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you.